go?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. I'm going to start recording. We're live. We're live. All right, guys. All ready to go? All good? All good? Let's go. Let's go. All right. We're all ready? We're going to be on Newbould, all right?
Hello and welcome back. I'm your host, Brooke Bovenkamp.
And I am your co-host, Olivia Mayo. WSU football returns after a bye week to face UCLA and Cal. The women's soccer team has played 4 games since the last time we visited them. And the top 5 women's volleyball team continues their dominance despite conference loss.
WSU golf and cross country finish up some invitationals, plus we check in with Coach Dickert and several WSU players at practice, an outlook on Cougar sports to come, and so much more right here only on CougZone.
WSU football lost a tough game to UCLA by a score of 25-17. The Cougars struggled all day on offense as Cam Ward threw his first 2 interceptions of the season. Despite the tough offensive performance, the Cougs defense put on an excellent showing after only scoring 3 points for the majority of the first half. Kapina Gottschalk gave the Cougs a 10-9 halftime lead with an electric 88-yard pick 6. The second half started slow, with UCLA taking the lead back on a field goal midway through the third quarter. The Cougs came right back, though, as Cam Ward delivered a touchdown pass to Nakia Watson. The Cougs went silent for the rest of the game, marking the end of their undefeated season.
On Thursday, September 28th, the then 23rd ranked Cougs were narrowly defeated by 2-1 19th ranked USC. The Cougs jumped out in front early thanks to a 26th-minute goal by Malachi Trimble. 2 second-half goals by the Trojans turned the tides. However, USC controlled pacing of the match and had possession over 60% of the time. The always strong corner kick-drawing Cougars also only had 1 opportunity this game and committed 15 penalties.
3 days later, on October 1st, the then 23rd ranked Cougs lost to a second nationally ranked opponent in a row, the 5th ranked UCLA Bruins, with the final score of 2-0. The Cougs had many close calls but couldn't manage to overtake the Bruins in the end, due in part to the whooping 19-7 shot count in favor of UCLA. It was tied for most shot counts allowed by the Cougs this season.
On Thursday, October 5th, the Cougs proved that home field advantage isn't everything as they went to Tucson to defeat the Arizona Wildcats 2-1. The Cougars won in thrilling overtime fashion as Malachi Trimble scored the game-tying goal in the 55th minute, and freshman Regan Kotschow hit the game winner off a penalty shot in the 86th minute, with the Cougars gained their first Pac-12 win of the season.
An early lead wasn't enough for the Cougs this last Sunday, October 8th, as they lost 5-1 against the Arizona Sun Devils. Malachi Trimble scored a goal in the 22nd minute, but the Sun Devils turned it up a notch right before half and never slowed down, scoring 5 straight goals. With the game being held in Tempe, Arizona, the Cougs have lost their perfect away record stripped from them and now sit 8-5 overall after these last 4 games with an away record of 3-1.
WSU Volleyball returned home Friday night to take on Cal. The Cougs made quick work of the Golden Bears in a dominant sweep 3-0, 25-10, 25-20, and 25-20. Argentina Ung finished the night with 34 assists, 5 kills, 1 ace, 2 digs, and 2 blocks to lead the Cougs to victory. It was the 14th straight victory for the team and set up a top 5 matchup with number 3 ranked Stanford on Sunday in front of a sold-out crowd.
Having the collective eyes of national volleyball fans on their home court of Boulder Gym, the Cougs and Cardinal did not disappoint. Both the first and second sets had an extended red zone where both teams looked to have taken it throughout, but in both sets, the trees prevailed. Only managing 1 set, the Cougs fell for the first time over a month in a 3-1 loss. 31-29, 29-27, 23-25, 25-18, While not the desired outcome, the fans still made an impact, forcing Stanford to commit 19 service errors in the match. Despite the tough loss, the Cougs are still ranked in the top 5 at number 4, with the top team in the Pac-12.
After their tough loss last Saturday against UCLA, number 19 WSU football has to put all feelings aside and prepare for this weekend's homecoming game versus Arizona at Martin Stadium. We sent our WSN correspondents Max Caldwell and Anna Adams to Coach Dickert's and players' media availability to hear how the Cougs are feeling about their upcoming game and the rest of the season.
I don't even know how much you think about things like this, but Christian Hillborn's having an awesome season at the left guard spot.
Right.
Do you notice that when you're running kind of behind him, or like
Yes,
how much do you? Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
I tell him that all the time. I tell him that he's always doing good. I hang out with him all the time outside of football, and I just tell him to keep pushing, keep going forward.
Even though it's kind of the offense benefiting from it, what does it do kind of for the defense getting those picks or turnovers?
Gets us turned up. You seen that big old hit. We was all turned up on the sideline. Once you see something like that, I mean, we got a lot of competitive people in here, so we just want everybody wants to build off of that. It's like, okay, I'm gonna make a big hit next. I'm gonna make a play next. But the whole defense gonna make we want to make something happen every time.
Where does that energy come from you guys? I mean, DBs are typically smaller, but you guys hit like linebackers and the D linemen did.
It's a dog mentality. Because Dickert always talk about mentality. I always talk about mindsets. So I just think that no matter the size, no matter how big you are, I'm not the biggest person. I'm not the fastest person. Well, not the biggest person, but I'm still not scared to stick my face out. I'll come in and make a hit if I have to. Setting edges on O-linemen. So it's just gotta have a mindset with it. That's really it.
Just any quick update on Link, Coop, and Quinn?
So Link is out here running around. He's getting better by the day. Don't necessarily know if it'll be this week, but I think he's running around. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see on those two guys. They haven't been really out here just yet, so we'll see kind of how it goes the rest of the days.
So Cam Ward took a lot of the blame on his shoulders from UCLA. How has his maturity of acknowledging his mistakes had an impact on his play and trust with teammates?
Well, I think any good leader, the first step in leadership is when things goes well, you give away the credit. When things don't go well, you take all the blame. And I think he's a good leader, and he's gotten to that point, and he knows that he can play better, and he looks at himself in the mirror first. I think that's really important. And I think the team sees it, and when we all watch it together, we know that it's more than just one player, person, call, coach. It's all of us, and at first it's on the coaches. So let's coach them better. Let's put them in better positions. Let's execute and demand more. That's how you keep taking a step forward as a team.
Thanks, Coach. Go, Coach.
Appreciate it.
The men's and women WSU cross-country team proceeded with their fall season at the Joe Pine Invitational on September 29th, with the women's team placing 9th and the men's team placing 10th. On the following day, WSU sent 10 athletes to the Whitman College Open in Walla Walla. Emmett Kluss, Alec Barron, and Ferran Verges and Ethan Martin all reached new career best times in the 8K. For women, sophomore Sophie Cushman finished 9th overall with a time of 23 minutes, 32.5 seconds in the 6K.
The men's golf team finished 5th among 17 teams at the Mark Simpson Colorado Invitational. The Cougs were one of only 5 teams to finish the 54-hole match under par, ending the tournament at 5 under par. Windy conditions and a lengthy course made for a challenging 2 days in Colorado. However, the Cougs never dropped below 6th place and were consistent across the board. Sam Renner was the leader for the Cougs, finishing at 2 under across the tournament. The Cougs will take on the Oregon State Invitational at Tristan Tree Golf Club on October 9th through the 10th.
WSU women's basketball player Charlize Ledger-Walker and Bella Mercatete were both named the 2023-24 preseason All-Pac-12 conference team as voted by the conference coaches and media. This comes after Ledger-Walker and Mercatete led last season's team to a Pac-12 championship and a spot in the March Madness tournament. Both ladies look to tackle this upcoming season head-on, as this will be their senior season as a Coug. The WSU women's basketball team is gearing up for the season start, as their first game takes place at the end of October versus Montana Western University in Pullman at Beasley Stadium.
Trinity Rodman and Morgan Weaver are prime examples of the success of the women's soccer program here at WSU. For this week's Pro Cougs highlight, let's revisit some star alums. After her freshman season with WSU was halted by the pandemic in 2020, Trinity Rodman became the youngest drafted player in NWSL history after being selected second in the 20-21 NWSL college draft. Rodman plays for the Washington Spirit and the United States women's national soccer team. Rodman has earned NWNSL Rookie of the Year, Best XI, and U.S. Soccer Young Female Player of the Year honors following her first season in 2021.
Morgan Weaver played at Washington State from 2016 to 2019, where she recorded 43 goals as a Coug. In 2020 NWSL Draft, Weaver went second overall to the Portland Thorns. Since 2020, Weaver has scored 19 goals and won the 2022 NWSL Championship with the Thorns.
After the departure of 10 of the 12 Pac-12 teams, WSU and Oregon State filed a lawsuit against those 10 teams for complete control of Pac-12 decisions and the allocation of assets. If Oregon State and WSU decide to stay in the Pac-12 for a conference rebuild, the conference's finances can be used to fill their schedule for the next 2 seasons as they restock the Pac-12 to at least 8 teams. Moving to the Big 12 or Mountain West is still a viable option for both teams.
Our episode is coming to an end, but the WSU athletic season is just getting started. Before we go, let's send it to our WSN correspondent, Agustus Marceau, for an outlook of Cougar sports to come.
What's up, Cougs? I'm Agustus Marceau, and this is your Outlook for the week. First up, going all day on the 15th, we have tennis wrapping up their ITA Northwest regional matches down in Stanford, California. Our number 4 ranked volleyball has 3 matches coming up. On the 15th, they face Colorado at home in Boulder Gym at 12 p.m. Then on the 20th, they go on the road to play USC in Los Angeles at 7 p.m. And finally, on the 22nd, they come back home to play the UCLA Bruins at 12 p.m. in Boulder Gym once again. Men's golf will be spending all day the 16th through the 18th in Stockton, California, duking it out in the Stockton Pacific Invitational. For our women's golf team, they are at the Jim West Challenge in San Marcos, Texas on the 22nd. And our Fierce Soccer team plays at home on the lower soccer fields on the 19th against Colorado at 7, and on the 22nd, they play at home again, going up against Utah at 1 p.m. And to wrap it up, the Cougar football team will be playing against number 8 ranked Oregon in Eugene at 12:30 p.m. We got a lot of athletics coming up this week, so be sure to stay tuned and root for all our Cougars, both home and away. Once again, I'm Agustus Marceau, and this has been your Outlook, sending it back to the desk with Brooke and Olivia.
Thanks, Augustus. That is all we have for you today. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure to follow us on social media at Wazoo Sports Network on Instagram and TikTok, and at Wazoo Sportsnet on X.
Also, make sure to like and subscribe to Cable 8 Productions on YouTube and check out all of our new content, including pilot episodes for the Fishbowl, Cougs vs. Computers, College Hill, Can Cougs Cook, and Fixation, all live right now.
And our merch store is live. You can cop all your favorite WSN swag by checking the link in our Instagram bio.
I'm Olivia Mayo.
And I'm Brooke Bovenkamp.
It has been a delight to be your host for today, and we will see you next time right here only on CougZone.